TTFs, I'm Donna Lopez. This is your channel message for May 6th through to the 12th. If you're new to my channel, welcome. All right, let's see. Well, I hear something about fix things. Like we have to fix things. We have to make things right. We have to get out of the corner or out of the way of being cornered and get ourselves back out into circulating, let's say. But I'm also hearing relax and enjoy the show as this is happening. So last week's was a lot about the political climate or just what's going on politically. And I do feel this is, they're starting out in the same light with this one as well. Yeah, and I just feel we've really got to fix things. And this one's really hard. And how do we do this? But again, I'm holding a selenite stone, and it's like they've got such a tight. It's funny how they keep my little finger up, but they've got such a tight grip on this stone. There's so much that's trying to be controlled. Okay, but I feel like it was like, let me see. Well, is this right? Or let me think about it. So there's some sort of coming off as being diplomatic, let's say, but really it's really about control and not wanting to relinquish control. But I hear, life is a boomerang. Whatever you put out is going to come right back at you. So we will be seeing this coming more. I'm also hearing something about they're using the word jelly and jealous, like, oh, you're so jelly, you're so jealous. Now, I don't even know that kind of lingo, but that's how it's coming through. I don't know if some of you are dealing with people that are, that speak like that or that see other people as always being so jealous. They're just so jealous of me. But the funny thing is, it's like, you got to be really, it's very self-aggrandizing when you are saying it, that, so whoever this is about, you may have others around you telling you that you're jealous or that you have this jealousy. Or saying that others are so jealous. But really, it's a very self-centered comment, and it's not based on anything factual, which I don't think many of you will think that it is anyway. But we may be seeing this a bit of, and maybe we'll see it in the broader stage too. I don't know, but maybe in our personal life as well. A lot of things are coming forward for many of you. It's like I put that out to the universe, and look, it's right here in front of me. I wanted to sign that contract. That contract's here. I was able to send it in, and now I have that new connection. So a wish fulfilled for many of you. I hear a lot of you saying, I just have to consider so many things these days. It's like, it's not about one thing. It's about all these other things and how things affect all these other things. And so, I just, wish I could make a decision without having to be so factual and get out in front of things so far. It's almost like whatever decision you make, it has to be based on fact, and there has to be all these references for those facts for you to actually just start. And they're saying this is just such a minuscule part of decision making for many of you. They're saying that what they want you to do is start putting your own stamp on things. In other words, make things, this is only me saying this. This is only what I feel right now in this current state. You don't have to move out into the future or all these other scenarios, because I feel like you're fact checking so much, but then it's not that nothing's getting done. It's exasperating you. So they really want you to just state what you think you know in this present moment and know that things could change if circumstances change. And that way you give yourself the leeway to adjust yourself. A lot of you have been in a little bit of a self-imposed reclusive state, let's say. It's almost like you have yourself like you were backed in a corner, but you're not really backed in the corner. You lovingly went into the corner and you're facing outward, and you think you want to step forward again, but you're kind of like, as you put, like, so you've got your feet out like this, so you fit in that corner, but they say as you put your toes together to like move forward, part of you is like, no, I'm not ready. They say you still like the barriers that are protecting you, let's say, or this sense of, it's not really, it's a stillness. Many of you are in a very self-imposed stillness, are seeing people aggrandizing themselves. and you don't want to be a part of doing that yourself. That's what's hitting the airways right now, is that you just see a lot of people up on a platform, making big statements and things of this nature, and you're just watching this show. You're in a self-imposed sort of retreat, let's say. But yeah, the timing hasn't been clear to you as to when you should move forward yet. Then you retreat and go back. Like, no, you're not going back as far as you were. You are still stepped out, so you have a little bit more energy around you, and you're being more reflective and seeing what it is you want to gather if you do move forward, and what you do want to say, what you do want to do. And I also see a lot of you are letting go of responsibilities that aren't yours. Like, I used to do that, but I don't do that anymore. I don't want the responsibility, don't care for it. I'm not in resonance with it any longer. So there's been some nice decision making, and there's a calm state that you have built up within yourself that has been very conducive to your day-to-day life. For many of you, you've been going through a lot of, I want to say, with love loss, or also choosing, like I just see like a tear dropping out, but I feel like it's like a clearing, like a cleansing. So there's been a lot of things that are just you're letting go of, that are no longer a part of your broader perspective, let's say. It's really a good time out, a self-imposed time out that you've had. And as you begin to think about moving forward, you will still keep a certain amount of space around you to really integrate more fully who you are today. And who you are today is very different than who you have been in the past. I just hear mindful, that I'm very mindful of what I'm saying. I'm very mindful of what I'm choosing. And just know that what you're choosing is choosing you as well, because I feel that many of you are in so much harmony with what you want to connect with and how you want to move forward. You're in such a flow and a fluid state. It really feels really, really wonderful. I hear a lot about self-realization for many of you. Step more fully into that self-realization. As a self is a constant evolution of realization anyway. So, but you're in this perceiving and perception of self, observing self. A lot of you are really starting to feel spirit work through you, your higher self, looking through your eyes and really being guided. It's like I can see the light flowing right through you, and you being able to see and know that you're being guided, and that you have this vibrational change that you've been through that is really expressing itself through your energy. And many of you are just feeling very, I want to say, are feeling in love with yourself and very proud of yourself, as if you were observing you as your child, and your child, you're just very, you love your child, and you're so happy that your child is this beautiful being, but you're seeing it as you are this beautiful being, and there's this nice peace and stillness and creative factor that's moving forward with many of you. A lot of you are putting a lot of creative things out there, and it feels really, it's moving the energy. It's really moving and shifting things. And I hear you are a principal player in your life. So it feels very good. I hear too, a lot of you are saying, I used to judge, but now I'm the observer instead. Instead of pointing a finger, I'm just observing what's occurring, rather than labeling or spending my time throwing that energy on anything. And a lot of you are starting to listen better. You are listening to your inner guidance more. Before, I gotta say with love, a lot of you just didn't want to be told what to do. And you were thinking, well, if I align with the light that is, well, it's gonna be telling me what to do, and I want to tell me what to do. It's almost as though your lower and higher self are like you're in conversation, but then you realize that what is coming through you is being guided and is lovingly directing your life in such a fluid state that you couldn't do it any better yourself, as the let's say the incarnation of this personality that you are today. There's a lot of artistry and artistic talent coming out right now. Many of you are, I see drawing, and it's funny, I'm seeing a lot of like chalk drawing too, and even like chalk drawing on like a school board, like a little school slate, like there's just some sort of fun drawing that's going on. Yeah, just a lot of creative aspects coming forward. Well, I see a lot of you saying, I don't know anybody anymore, but you're saying, but I know me. You're in love. You're in love, and you're in love with this inner you, your inner light, all right? And knowing you are willing to go out and allow that higher light to bring in and manifest whatever it is, whatever connections, whatever resources, whatever fluidity or connections or touching base with others. It'll just be very natural, very natural. Yeah, super fluid vibe this week. I really, really like it. I hear there's a lot of balance coming in. Something about, now this is complete opposite, but they just stopped right into this and said criminal balance. So we will see the accountability factor this week of that person is a criminal and the balance sheet is being called in, and you are being held accountable for your criminal behavior. So there is a lot of accountability. I also hear something about appointees. Almost like there'll be a lot of appointees. Well, I'm appointing them to this position and them to this position, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I feel that a lot of those things are going to be withdrawn because of this criminal notification, almost is what I'm hearing. Like, it's like a PowerPoint. Nope, see, you were over here, you did this, and you were over here, you did that, and it was here and here and here. And so a lot of that's going to get flushed down the toilet. So whatever these new appointees are, not going to last, not going to hold water, because the person who was doing it is not the person that person can no longer make those appointments for others. I just hear a lot about the broader scope. On the broader scope, this is how we have to look at things, that things are coming together. They're coming together. They're coming full circle. Closure, closure, closure. We've heard a lot, of course, about disclosure, but this is disclosure with closure. So the disclosure will be there and the closure will be there too as a result. So it is a balance sheet. I also see a lot of green energy and a lot of more like a green aqua type of a tone. It's a higher vibrational tone that's coming in. And so that's kind of the color of this vibration that's hitting a lot of us at this time. All right, let's see what they have. Energy healing. Merlin. All right. Love Merlin. And Takan. Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. Like a connecting to your soul tribe. Here. Self-love. I attend to my needs by listening to my heart. My inner essence lets me know what is good for me. I respect my limits. I answer the requests of my body and my soul. Thus, I learn to love myself. Then we can love others. All right. With that, namaste. Thank you.